In today's episode of The Founder Ride, wealth, worth, and redefining your success after your first million.
Hello, welcome to another edition of the Founder Ride. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being here today. So where am I now at this point in time? I'm in the see the light, feel it stage at this point in time. I feel that we're accelerating the business, we're accelerating Gerber, accelerating Founder Farm both, making lots of really difficult but good positive decisions that are win-win for the company, win-win for our clients, win-win for the team, and obviously win-win for me as a shareholder as well too. But it's not short of hard work, but definitely feeling where we're going is really positive. And so today we're going to talk a little bit about I would say the lack of excitement when you reach a milestone in your company that's been in your head for a long time. So I hear this a lot from our clients. I've certainly experienced it myself, but you start a business and you're pushing hard and you're taking all the risks, and you go from that intoxicating stage where it's awesome, and all of a sudden you realize that you're trapped, right? In the Founder Ride, we talk about the trap stage, and maybe that you signed some leases, you've had some turnover in your employees, lost a big customer, big client, or whatever the case may be, but you feel trapped. And it's just hard. And that's one of the things that I don't care where you are in business, I don't care how long you've been doing this. Being an entrepreneur is hard. If it was easy, everybody would do it. And so in your head, and who knows why it gets there, but it does. I know one milestone people oftentimes is getting to $1 million of revenue, right? Or getting a second location. And whatever that milestone is, you hit it and you're like, that's not so exciting. That was kind of underwhelming. And then all of a sudden, well, maybe $1 million wasn't enough. That's $5 million of revenue. And you get there and like, that wasn't so exciting. And maybe you focus on net income. You're like, well, I want to make my first $1 million in net income. And you get there, it's like, ho-hum, it happened, right? And certainly it's hard to talk about that with other people anyways, right? And so this whole notion of obtaining milestones as an entrepreneur is often unfulfilling. And when I say milestones, I mean certain measurables. And so my suggestion is stop it. Now, let me tell you what feels pretty awesome though. What feels pretty awesome is when you transition from a milestone of getting to a certain amount of revenue, or buying a watch you've always wanted, or buying a certain car, or buying whatever. And those kind of go hand in hand as an entrepreneur, where you can't divorce yourself from the business. So yeah, I want to get to $1 million of sales and I want to buy this fancy new watch. And you do it and it's very unfulfilling. What's not unfulfilling, however, is building an awesome company, building an enduring company with great people. And so to this very day, I still get excited about what we're doing here is special. What we're doing for our clients is very special. And what we're doing with our team is special, and trying to make that better and better and better as we go. So it's really transition your lens from milestone oriented to rather building an enduring company with great enterprise value. We often hear when somebody sells a company down the road, they've achieved their goals and dreams, where you're getting paid many millions of dollars for your company. And it is exciting, and there's a relief. There's certainly a financial relief from elimination of risk, or minimization of risk. There's a relief from having to work, have all the responsibility, but there's also that empty feeling like, oh, it's not here anymore. It's gone. What am I? Where's my identity, right? And so it's always an issue, this whole idea of achieving certain milestones, however you define that. I do think that the sale of the company is a different animal, and you certainly have plenty of time to prepare yourself emotionally and see it, because it doesn't happen very quickly. But the bottom line, where I'm trying to get to, the things that you care about the most, and this is the sooner you can lead into them as an entrepreneur, is building this great enduring company, having fun doing it, be with people that you really respect and have fun and lean into that, and at the same time, on a personal front, having experiences that you've always wanted to do with the people you want to do with, your friends, your family, your siblings, whatever the case may be. That will bring you constant joy. That empty feeling, you're not going to walk away from a phenomenal family vacation where you got to do all the things you want to do, saying, that wasn't very cool. I know, as an example, last Friday night, my daughter was in town from New York City, and both my boys took some time out of their busy college schedule, and the five of us went to dinner, had a really fun dinner at a restaurant that we have fond memories of from 10 years ago. 10 years ago, my youngest son, George, at the time was 10. He wanted to order a 22-ounce steak. And I'm like, there's no way. No, it was like $70 or something. And I'm like, no, you can't do it. He's like, well, what if I eat it all? I said, if I don't eat it all, I'll pay you back. I'm like, he's 10. Sure. Well, sure enough, he ate it all, which maybe is not the healthiest thing to do. That also inspired in our family, a competition with Nico and George of who can eat the most meat. But point being, it was a great memory. As we sat down last Friday night at the same restaurant, we remembered and we started laughing about how that was the beginning of this competition. Had a great time, had a lot of great news stories come out of everybody's life where they are today. And I remember waking up Saturday morning like, that was awesome. That was fantastic. And that's what life is about. It's not about the things. It's not about the milestones. It's about the people, for sure, and building great memories with great people and enduring values. Now, as a caveat, I'm not saying you shouldn't have goals. I'm not saying you shouldn't have revenue goals and profit goals, headcount goals, profit per employee goals. You should have all those things, right? It's really important to have metrics. It's important to have KPIs. I think it's important, at home to have rules and boundaries and expectations as well too. However, just recognize what they are. They're financial metrics, financial goals that are there to get to build an enduring company. The goals themselves won't bring you satisfaction. The end product will. So it's a change of mindset, maybe change of some of how you articulate to other people, but really it's about you and your change of mindset, and it will be your leadership team too. Because when you get to if your goal is $10 million of revenue and you get there and you're not excited, they feel that. So you have to kind of be thoughtful about keeping them excited and inspired as well too. But it's an important truth that you should embrace as an entrepreneur as soon as you can. Thank you for listening to the Founder Ride. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate subscribing. Tell others to subscribe. We'd appreciate that, and have a good day.